implementation of arbitrary code execution. Now, if you were around for the Triforce run last night, you know that you're in for some interesting stuff. And before the run starts, I just want to say, they will be calling serious time at a point in this run. They are going to be manipulating values in the game that are byte precision perfect. So this serious time is the most serious time that we may have in a GDQ. I want to hear a pin drop. Even if that donation total goes to 2,000, there are $2 million in the next few minutes. As amazing as that would be, unlikely, but still possible. It needs to be super, super quiet in here. But once it's done, once you are made aware of the madness you're about to see, yeah, you're gonna want to react to it. You're gonna want to scream and holler, and don't worry, you'll be cued for that too. All right, but that's enough dilly-dallying for me. It is time to plunge headfirst into the Mario-verse with SethBling, IsoFrieze, and friends for Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World, all 5 games with ACE.
All right, well, welcome back. SethBling here. And this is Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. And we're going to be running all 5 games with arbitrary code execution. So this is actually going to be a 4-player co-op run. So the first thing I need to do is introduce the other runners. So next to me on controller 2, we have IsoFrieze. You may previously have known him as Dots Are Cool. Or he also runs the Retro Game Mechanics Explained YouTube channel. Yeah. Behind me on controller 3, we've got GTAce. He is a world record holder in various SMB1, the Lost Level categories, other Mario games. He's got it all. And then also behind me on controller 4, we have Dwango, the TaskBot guy. We're not going to be using TaskBot though. He's got his hands on the controller, his fingers on the buttons. He's going to get into it with this run. And I also got to give a big shout out to Peachy and 333 Rich 333, who are our backup runners. They're Super Mario World speedrunners and also my SGDQ roommates. So that's the cast. Now this game, Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World, is a Super Nintendo re-release of several NES Mario games, and with sort of like upgraded graphics and sound. So those 4 games are Super Mario Brothers, that's the original one, Super Mario Brothers The Lost Levels, Super Mario Brothers 2, and Super Mario Brothers 3. It's also got a re-release of Super Mario World, which was originally released on this console. It's basically unaltered from its original form. But those are the 5 games that we are going to beat in this run. Yeah, with that, I think it's let's get a new run started here with SMB3. All right, well, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm actually going to immediately save and quit. And I'm going to load up Super Mario World. And the reason for this is that I need the SMB3 save file to be in a known empty state. I'll get to why that is in a bit. So historically, to run this category, you would play one game after the other in an order of your choosing until you've completed all 5 games. And if you did that very, very well, you could do it in about 45 minutes. Now, we're going to try and do it a lot faster than that. And to explain how, first I need to talk about arbitrary code execution, or ACE for short. So arbitrary code execution is a term from computer security that basically means putting data somewhere on the target system and then tricking that system into executing that data as code. So a few months ago, Mally found a new ACE glitch in the Super Mario All-Stars version of Super Mario Bros. 3. So in that game, you've got an item bar, and you can get all kinds of different items into your item bar. And whenever you use an item from your item bar, the game runs some code corresponding to whatever item you used. So what Mally found is there's this normally unobtainable glitch item, number 55. Okay, that's... Bye, Yoshi. That's not supposed to... Oh, hi, Yoshi. Actually was not intentional. So Mally found this glitched item, normally not obtainable, number 55. And if you use this glitched item, the game doesn't really know what to do, and it ends up executing code from the data that stores your item bar. So what that means is, if you can somehow edit the save file and you can edit your item bar in the save file. You can give yourself the glitched item, number 55, and then also put a bunch of data in the save file that is an arbitrary code execution payload, and you can trigger the payload with the glitched item. So that's what we're going to do in this run, but this is a Super Nintendo. You can't just edit a save file. Luckily, this cartridge includes Super Mario World, which is extremely glitchy, and we know a lot about how to do ACE in Super Mario World. So what we're going to do is execute ACE 74 times to inject 74 bytes of data into the SMD3 save file. We're going to inject glitch item number 55 and an ACE payload. In order for me to do ACE in Super Mario World, first I need to do a glitch called power-up incrementation. So normally Mario's power-up state is 0, 1, 2, or 3. Currently it's 3, which is Fire Mario. This glitch involves a frame-perfect Yoshi block duplication to get 2 copies of Yoshi. And you can use that to get a null sprite in Yoshi's mouth. And if you spit out that null sprite at a pixel-perfect x coordinate, while standing on a spinning brown platform, trust me, the game gets very confused and it will end up incrementing Mario's power-up state. So we're going to increment from 3 to 4. Power-up state 4 is Ketchup Mario. All right, so we need to do that one more time to get to power-up state 5. Now in power-up state 5, if you collect a 1-up, the game gets very confused because power-up state 5 isn't a real power-up state, and it ends up executing code from RAM. And if you manipulate RAM just right, you can get it to execute code from the controller data. And that is why we have 4 players holding 4 controllers. So here we go, the second power-up incrementation, get power-up state 5, which is Tomato Mario. So we've got 4 players holding 4 controllers. Each controller accounts for 2 bytes of data. Basically, each button is 1 bit of data. So that's a total of 8 bytes of arbitrary code that will get run when we collect a 1-up in power-up state 5. Now here I'm just doing a bit of RAM manipulation so that it actually does run code from the controller data when we collect that 1-up in Tomato Mario power-up state. So the first ACE we're going to do by collecting that 1-up is we're going to run a bit of code that will change Mario's power-up state once again from power-up state 5 to power-up state 15. And I'll explain why that's very useful in just a bit. You guys ready?
Go.
Go. Go.
Okay, power-up state 15 is Green Goblin Mario. So next, I need to spit out a bunch of red shells at pixel-perfect x coordinates to set up 8 more bytes of arbitrary code in the sprite x coordinate table. And that's just because the 8 bytes that we get in the controller data is not quite enough for what we need to do next. So we need another 8 bytes for a total of 16 bytes of arbitrary code. So power-up state 15, Green Goblin Mario, behaves a lot like power-up state 5, except that we can trigger the ACE with a mushroom rather than a 1-up. And we've got a mushroom in the item reserve box, which is very convenient. And not only that, we will also get another mushroom back when we trigger the ACE this way. So we're going to collect the mushroom over and over again to trigger ACE over and over again. Each time we do, we're going to write 1 byte of data to the SMD3 save file, and the value that we write to the save file will be determined by the buttons being held down on controller 2 by IsoFrieze. We do need quiet time for this. You guys ready?
Go.
Go.
Go. Go. Go. Go. Go. Go. Go. Go. 29.
Okay.
Go. 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 2.
Okay.
Go. 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 2.
Okay.
Go. Go. Go.
Okay, now, oh wait, sorry.
10 more.
Sorry, right. 10, right?
10.
Okay, okay.
And then 1 more. Go.
Okay, now we're going to hold down 1 final set of buttons for 1 final ACE. Ready?
Go.
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 I almost messed that up. We just ran a bit of code that told the game to play the credits. In this category, playing the credits counts as beating the game. It's a credits warp. So we've beaten our first game of the 5. All right, so now I'm resetting And I'm going to load up that corrupted SMB3 save file that we just injected 74 bytes into. Unfortunately, there's supposed to be a save file there, and there isn't one. OK. This is going to look really, really dumb. Just bear with me for a second here, though. OK, this isn't going to work with a mask. Oh my God. Okay. We're not done yet. We got 4 games to beat. Oh, let's reset that.
I think that was bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to load up that SMB3 save file, and we're going to use the glitched item, number 55, that we injected into the item bar. And we're going to trigger the ACE payload that we installed in the save file. And when we do, Super Mario Brothers, The Lost Levels, World D4. So this ACE payload was written by Mr. Cheese, and it does some very powerful things. The first thing it does is, depending on what buttons we have held down when we execute the ACE, when we use that glitched item, we can control what game to load and what world and level to load. So we loaded Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, World D4. Now, The Lost Levels has sort of 2 final levels. There's D4 and 8-4. D4 is just a little bit faster, so that's the one we choose. It also enables debug mode, which is something that's actually built into the cartridge, which enables us to toggle no clip, give ourselves free power-ups and star power. It's pretty nice. So let's see. Come in here. We've got about 15 seconds for a quick donation. Go ahead.
All right, we got $100 from MC Bling Daddy and Mama Bling. They say, tell Seth Bling that MC Bling Daddy and Mama Bling are watching. Seth, they're watching.
All right, that's my parents. Love you, Mom and Dad. Ooh, princess. What a beaut. Yeah.
We should come clean real quick and say that we had a backup cartridge.
Oh yeah, we did have a backup cartridge. Waving in the thing didn't actually do anything.
Waving didn't do anything.
I was gonna wait till after the run, but that's fine.
You told me to say before.
Whatever. All right, so
I'm gonna trick him for 2.
So we're gonna load up the next game, which is gonna be Super Mario Brothers. We're gonna load 8-4. Oh yeah, 8-4. And so we're actually going to use a glitch discovered very recently by Wolf Attorney and 3Creepio, which is normally in this level, if you have to go through a bunch of pipes to get through the level. If you don't go through the pipes, the game loops you back around earlier in the level, and it'll just loop you infinitely unless you go through the pipes. They found that if you fly at exactly this y coordinate, you can skip all the loop objects and just fly through the level. You get to skip a whole water section. It's a nice 18-second time save, so cool little glitch that we get to use in this category through using debug mode. We've got 15 seconds for another quick donation. Let's go.
Perfect. We got $100 from Amy and Miko saying, Seth, IsoFrieze and team, you guys got this. Love you, Seth. Destroyer of SNES Super Mario, Miko Catface.
That's my partner and our cat. So love you, Amy and Miko. All right. Mario's in love too. All right. So the next game we're going to play is Super Mario Brothers 2. Now, the final level of Super Mario Brothers 2 is 7-2. And we're not going to load 7-2, though. We're going to load 7-6, which is not a level at all in Super Mario Brothers 2. It's a glitched level you can't normally get to. And so up here, you'll see it says 7-6 right now. But if I go, it happens to load level data from the middle of 7-2. And so if I take an intentional death here, it'll reload the level in actual 7-2. You can see it says so here. And so now we've gotten to basically skip the first half of the level because it loaded level data from the middle of the level. So that's a nice little time save found by Mr. Cheese. You may notice, by the way, that the SMB3 sound engine is still loaded. That's just like a quirk of the way this ACE works. So here I have to fight Hawkmouth. Unfortunately, I can't kill Hawkmouth with star power. If I did, I wouldn't be able to go through his mouth and get to the final fight against Wart, but he's pretty quick to kill anyway. Now, Wart is vulnerable to star power, but not until I hit him with a veggie. So here we go. Wart's dead. And yeah. We got 15 seconds for one final donation.
All right, we got $500 from Radium V. Says, I've been waiting for this run all week. Good luck, Freeze.
Thanks. Even though there was maybe a minor slip up there.
Well, So this is the count of how many characters completed each level in SMB2. We really had a good time. All right, there's one final game to complete. That's SMB3. And there's also one final thing that we can have the arbitrary code execution payload do. And that is we can have it write to 2 bytes in memory. And one of those bytes is used by the game to say, if you're playing a level, immediately clear the level as if you beat it. And the second byte says, whenever you beat a level, instead of loading the overworld, load the credits and time. So, yeah, like IsoFrieze was saying, there was a slip up somewhere. It's actually impossible to tell who messed up. Now, it's not necessarily you. I could have pressed the button too many times. Anyway, so the save file has something called a checksum. And the checksum basically is a number, and if all the bytes in the file don't add up to exactly the right number, what happens is when you reset the console, the save file just gets deleted. It's like, this is a corrupt save, and so it just deletes it, and that's what happened. We must have made some mistake somewhere collecting those mushrooms over and over. IsoFrieze was holding different sets of buttons. It's really easy to make a mistake. You think you're pressing right, but you're actually pressing down and right or things like that. So it happens. It's a marathon. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. So yeah, we did swap the cartridges to a cart that had the save file pre-injected to try and just keep the run alive. But I got to give a huge shout out to Mr. Cheese, who wrote that arbitrary code execution payload that we used in SMB3 to load those other games, turn on debug mode, the credits warp and everything. If you remember, like when we were injecting the save file, IsoFrieze was holding different sets of buttons to write different values. But you can't write any value to the save file that way. Like you can't hold left and right at the same time. You can't hold up and down at the same time. So it's not arbitrary code execution. It's like almost arbitrary code execution. And so Mr. Cheese did a really good job of working around those constraints to make a really powerful payload and also compressing the payload so it'd be faster to inject. And then I also got to give a huge shout out to Mally, who discovered that glitched item number 55. It may have seemed weird that we used ACE in SNW to make another ACE in SMB3. But if you think about it, we have to complete all 5 games in this category, and we have to reset after each game, which means we would have to do the entire setup in SMW to do another ACE after each game. Whereas the SMB3 ACE is stored in the save file. So I have a little bit of extra time here. I'm going to reset and show you that save file because it went really fast during the run. But the fact that it's stored in the save file means we can very quickly reset, load up the save file, use the glitched item, and we're off again. We're doing ACE, we're launching a different game in the final level, debug mode and everything. So since this save file is stored on the cartridge, I could actually take this cartridge and put it in any other Super Nintendo, and it would work. I could use the ACE. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to open up the item bar. That first item in the item bar is that glitched item, 55. It's like 2 red squares above part of a Tanuki suit or something. So that's the item that you use to trigger the ACE. And then the rest of the items that you can see in the item bar are actually the code. It's the ACE payload. There are a bunch of unobtainable items pulling graphics data from random parts of video memory. So you can actually see the code here, which is the first few bytes of the code anyway, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I think this run's really unique. The fact that you're using multiple games to affect each other. Super Mario World's writing data to the SMB3 save file. SMB3, you're loading up these other games. You're skipping loop objects. You're loading an invalid level in SMB2. There's really nothing else like it that I know of in the world of speedrunning. So even though we didn't quite do it fully legitimately, I appreciate SGDQ having us here and giving it our best shot to show it off. So yeah, thanks for having us.
SethBling, IsoFrieze, GTAce, DwangoAC, many thanks, mind blown, many apologies, sentence fragments. I'm just trying to compose myself after what I just saw. I'm seeing out in the crowd, some folks are as well. I'm seeing GDQ mind blowns in the chat. Hey everybody, let's do a little self-care. Let's get ourselves grounded back into reality, shall we? Let's all go. There's a website I want you all to go to. The website's address is gamesdonequick.com/donate. Or the interact with the click to donate button at the bottom of the channel page. Anyways, go to that donation landing page. Put in your name, Put in the donation amount that you want to, kind of absolve yourself from. I mean, if you're super confused, kind of maybe put in $5. If you're really confused, put in $1,000. It's all going to a good cause. It's no problem. Go ahead and put in the comments, Mario 64 ampersand 2 million hype. The ampersand is absolutely critical. That is shift and the number 7 on a US keyboard. Pretty common. But yeah, you need to have the ampersand in that donation comment. That is critical to the self-care that we're doing. Once that's done, scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on Add to Incentives. Put all that money towards meeting that Super Mario 64 120-star bonus game, where we are already halfway there, everybody. Once you're done with that, submit, use your local payment processor, and send it in. Your self-care is done. And remember, that ampersand is the most important item in there. Use the ampersand. Got to use the ampersand. We have someone whose mind is so absolutely blown by what they just saw. They didn't even put their name, it's anonymous. It's a $500 donation with no comment, completely stymied. But like I said, we got to get that Mario 64 ampersand $2 million hype train rolling. We are almost $50,000 away from 2 million. Are we gonna get that in by the end of Dread? No, wait, no, that's not a question. We are gonna get that in by the end of Dread. Let's go, everybody. All right, we're gonna take ourselves a brief break here, and we are gonna be coming back with one of the hotly most celebrated games of 2021, making its debut on the GDQ stage right after this. So do not run, do not hide. You pretty much can't. Summer Games Done Quick 2022 will be right back.
Every time it transitions,
This is Captain speaking. We are proceeding to that point. We are
it's a good reaction.
We're controlling the transitions at this point, which means
That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought I heard myself on that.
This is not camp, this is prison. We not go back, because if we go back, it's a big problem.
Stop bombing hospital, stop bombing health workers, stop bombing patients.
Welcome back, everyone, to Summer Games Done Quick 2022. raising money, raising almost $2 million for that incredible cause in Médecins Sans Frontières. There is, let me tell you, for everybody that's not in the streamer right now, I'm looking out and I'm seeing a growing anticipation for this run that is coming up. A quiet intensity is brewing. Let's see if we can't stoke this a little bit. Everyone, the category coming up is any percent normal, no major glitches. The runner, Kekuman show you. The game, Metroid Dread. And it is coming up after we hear about some prizes.
Thank you so much for that, Iggy. As always, I am Sent, and I'm joined by the wonderful Frozen Flygon. I always appreciate you hyping up the crowd for us. And crowd, I have a favor to ask you all. Right now, we are about 43, 42, maybe even 41 by the time I'm done with this sentence, $1,000 away from 2 million. I want you all to just scream out the number every time we hit 1,000 during this prize segment. Get people excited for it. Don't worry, it won't bother me. Nothing bothers me. As you can tell, I don't even know where the cameras are. I just kind of live here and hold up prizes. Let's talk about some of them. We've got some cool ones.
Let's do it.
So, well, there goes Samus. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the run coming up.
Oh, yeah, that would be unoptimal.
But the good thing is that this is a Samus acrylic standee from Corky Lund, and Samus just slots right back into the base here, can go back out to fighting the Metroids. $50 minimum donation is going to get you entered into not only this, but into basically every prize we are about to talk about. So just get a $50 donation in right now. Join this train counting down to 2 million. Don't miss out on it. That is a Metroid Dread holographic print sent to us by Vats of Goop. It's also very cool. You can head over to games.quick.com, see a cool picture of it. It's got a really nice holographic shimmering effect on it. Big fan of Vats of Goop's artwork. Thanks so much for sending that out to us. And thank you so much, Corky, for this lovely standee.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we have so many Metroid prizes because we're getting ready for our little mini Metroid block here. We've got this amazing Samus helmet string art. So from far away, you're like, oh, this is like a painting, right? But in close up, it is strings put together on these little pins. It is absolutely incredible. I love, yeah, you can see the colors here. They're different color strings all put together in this gorgeous pattern of Samus's helmet. Absolutely love it. So thank you so much for this prize. And get your $50 in. Just do it. Just get 50.
Just do it. Just do it. Yeah. No, I mean, I love making it Nerdy's artwork. Like, I don't know how you do that with nails and string. Again, it's just mind-boggling. What else you got for me, Court?
You know what else was mind-boggling was that Ace showcase of all the Mario games. I had no idea what was happening.
There were numbers, games ended. What?
Yeah, no clue. But we got these gorgeous mushroom coasters, and it comes with its own storage box that has a mushroom on it as well. You have a 1-up and a mushroom, and it's a set of 4. I absolutely love these. They're sparkly. They're like really incredible quality. They have their own, like, I absolutely love these in their own little storage case.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, I've seen so many coasters over the years, and I always love coasters, but the acrylic finish on these coasters to make the mushroom design, absolutely fantastic. Saw them and I went, yep, nope, those are incredible prizes. $25 for those. But again, just get in a $50 donation. You want to do it. Oh, we have so many more cool prizes. From our friend Phoebe, we have an incredible Metroid Pirate Planet film poster. It's a mashup of like a 60s B movie along with Super Metroid. It's massive, by the way.
It's bigger than me. I had to have someone else carry it down here because it is larger than my entire body.
It is actually gigantic. We'll bring it out a little later. It's gonna be incredible. Make sure to get those donations in. We also have a HDMI high-def modded NES from Cheese Soda Punch. That is so cool. It's an NES. It's got HDMI out. I don't know what else to say about that.
That's just incredible.
That's the technical specs behind it, but I mean, you can play your NES in high def. What more could you want? It's super cool. Thank you so much, Cheese, for sending that out to us. Right here on the other side of the chair, because I'm trying to figure out what we got. We got the backwards feed tank. There we go. We got a cutting board, a serving board, whatever you'd like. This is a solid piece of wood here, done with different grains of wood to create an energy tank from the Metroid series. series right now.
I absolutely love that it's got like basically pixel art of you have the little squares of wood that come to put it together. It's beautiful.
It's such a great mashup of like a perler, a block of wood, and dinner. I'm a big fan of it. It's cool. It's functional. I mean, come on, this thing is absolutely solid. You could use this as a serving tray for sure.
You absolutely could. And remember, $50 donation. That's what I've been saying.
$50 donation. Thank you so much to Minturn Makers for sending that out to us. From Jonathan Vare, we have an absolutely incredible Metroid DNA metal print here. This is a print on a metallic canvas. It is incredible, like the design, the composition, the lighting. It's so cool.
And it's on metal
in the background. Yeah, it's on solid metal. Flip it around right there. You can just see.
It's absolutely, it's gorgeous. I love the lighting effects that you have, the background. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It is so cool. We have just so many amazing prizes to talk about. In fact, we have a collection of amazing prizes. So for a $100 minimum donation, if you don't want to get in a $50 donation, get in a $100 donation, because that's going to get you halfway towards our grand prize, which is, of course, a pair of amazing replicas from our friends over at Heroic Replicas, the Falchion from Fire Emblem, as well as Sly Cooper's Cane from the Sly series. But it's also going to get you into something that I am personally just so excited about as a player of Final Fantasy XIV. We have the Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker's Collector's Edition, as well as some cool additional stuff. If we just want to head over to camera 4, take a look at it right there. All of that on the table is part of this prize pack. You get the collector's edition of Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, which sold out in, I think, like 2 hours, because I remember trying to get a physical one. You absolutely could not. It was gone. It comes with a lovely statue of the Warrior of Light as a paladin, the class of Endwalker, performing Passage of Arms, one of the paladin's signature abilities. That's 15% mitigation behind that paladin. Make sure to stand behind the paladin. It's going to help you out. You get, a bunch of lovely pieces of artwork from throughout the entire 14 series. We've got one of my favorite pieces there in the lovely included frame, featuring the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You get a Loprit keychain. I'm going to name that Loprit Prizing Way. That is officially the name of that Loprit. It is Prizing Way.
You could say anything and I would believe you. The only game I've played online is Toontown recently.
It comes with a lovely wearable game speaker system as well. It comes with so much amazing stuff. You got to get in a $100 minimum donation for it. It's so cool. The little Alice and Alphino figures that come with it, I'm pretty sure those are like
adorable.
I'm pretty sure those are like Crane Game exclusives in Japan. You just can't get them. $100 minimum donation, you could win everything on that table. And so much more, because we have so many amazing prizes right now. Now, I don't want to stop the crowd's countdown. I don't want to stop the hype, but we are only $28,000 away from 2 million, and it sounds like we are ready. So I hope you are not dreading the conclusion of the marathon, because we still have so many more games to go. Don't go anywhere. Kekkoman show you. Keep the hype up. Show us what it's all about with Metroid Dread coming up next.
Seth, Court, what an awesome interview. What an awesome crowd. Everybody is getting super, super hyped. We are nearly $25,000 away from reaching $2 million. Let's go!